Okay, here goes a very simple guide on how to make these sort of jerseys right here for NCAA TagPro. I'll post a ball that looks like this in the description of this. It will be in 3 shades of gray, not 50, just 3. It'll be white, this lighter gray, and then a darker gray. And the reason I do that is because when we change the color of a ball to match the university's colors, we need to, the hue option can only do so much. You'll see that in a minute. I just want to preface it by saying that we're going to have 2 jerseys for each team. We'll have a home and an away. I posted it in the signups for Jersey Maker, Uniform Designer, or whatever before, but I have a home and away. As you can see, here's Auburn's home, and then here's Auburn's away. It looks like garbage up close because it's only 38 pixels in diameter for each ball, but as you zoom out, it actually looks really good. So there's BYU, home and away, Cal, home, away, Clemson, away. Actually, Clemson, I put in a nice purple ring there, and then so on and so forth. You'll see that away is generally lighter in color. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as they're differentiated, because in the event that, let's say George Mason played William Mary, the colors are going to be very similar. It's going to be difficult to differentiate the two. So when you're in game, obviously, like if you're watching, you can see the logos. But anyway, so here, here's the gray ball that you start out with. You put it into GIMP or Photoshop or anything like that. Regardless, you can go to hue. Or no, first off, we go to colorize, my bad. And you can see that brings the ball to life in terms of color. And you can adjust the whole, like, through the whole spectrum of colors. You can use lightness, but you can, as you can see, the more you turn it up, the more you lose your borders. And if you do that, then the ball isn't going to be very distinct. It's going to look awful. We also want to keep these gradients in here too, which is why we don't want to just use a regular circle, because if you lose the gradients, then it also looks like crap because it doesn't look like a ball. I mean, some texture packs use that with like the more like minimalistic ones, but for this, I would really like to keep to the 3-dimensional ball glossy look. So let's say we want to make like I don't know, let's make a purple ball or something like that. It doesn't look as purple as I would want it to, so I can adjust saturation and then turn down the lightness a little bit, and that really gives me a nice deep purple. And then let's say I wanted to throw on a logo. Let's go here. I'm going to do, alright, so here's Dartmouth's logo. What I need you to do is to scale it down to around 28 probably. Nope, because the height is too much. It has to be much smaller, not much smaller, but it has to be significantly smaller than 38 pixels because that's the diameter. So if you have a square of 38 by 38 over a 38 diameter circle, then it's going to go over the corners, obviously. So you're going to need to turn it down quite a bit. Oof. You need to turn it down quite a bit. So probably get around 20 for width and 26 for height. We'll copy that and bring that over to our purple ball. This isn't Dartmouth colors, but it's just an example. And then you can move it around so that it's centered and all that good stuff. So let's see. Yeah, that's fine with me. And then anchor it, whatever you want to do in Photoshop. And there's your ball. It doesn't look too great because that ball just looks awful, but you can see how you change the color of the ball and everything like that. And then just do the same thing for a white. So I got all of these balls here except for like maybe throw in like a little extra flair like the purple ring around Clemson and stuff like that. That's all stuff you guys can add in. But the general idea is to use the pixel perfect ball, glossy ball, to make it look much more like a ball. It's actually very easy once you start getting into the rhythm of it. So hopefully this helped. If not, you can still ask questions. See ya.